Okay, so we're here at Forgotten Felines and Fido, and this is Dick. And so my first question here is, what would you like pet owners in the Lehigh Valley area to know about you?
Well, that we're available for help, that we're here when they need help, and also the fact that we were trying to make the area a better place for all animals.
All right. Question number 2 is, are there other organizations in the Lehigh Valley that provide the same services as you?
Absolutely. There are many groups in the Lehigh Valley that offer the same things that we do. We probably are the one group that really does a lot more work with people who have injured animals, things like that, than any other group, though. But most groups offer all the same things.
Okay. Is there anything unique about your organization?
Well, other than the fact that we're all volunteers, nobody takes any kind of money from the organization. It all goes back to the animals. Everything gets cleaned by volunteers. The whole organization is based upon volunteers. And I think the fact that we are probably pretty unique in the fact that we really get back to people when they call on the phones and things like that. We get back to people right away.
Okay. How are you funded?
All fundraising, private donations. We fundraise probably every day of the year. There are just no other ways to do it.
All right. Do you take donations?
Yes. We take donations, food, litter, financial. It doesn't matter. Whatever people want to give us, we use it someplace, somehow.
Okay, well, that kind of answered my second question, but I'm going to ask it anyways. What kind of donations do you accept and or need?
Well, always, the fact that we have so many cats, we are primarily a cat organization with a few dogs, but primarily a cat organization, cat food, cat litter, a lot of washing, detergents, things like that. We do a lot of bleaching and things like that. So any kind of cleaning things are a welcome asset to us. Toys, cat beds, things like that. Anything like that, we pretty much take almost anything.
Okay. I don't know if this really applies to you, but do you have a policy to deal with pet owners who have an inability to pay for services?
We offer low cost services. We also offer payment plans to people if they cannot. We try to at least let them take some responsibility for payment. So we do offer things to them that'll help.
Okay. Well, that's all my questions. Thank you a lot for helping me out here. I don't know if it's really appropriate, but is there can I get a tour?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. Sorry, if you look in there, those guys are all what we call the adoption room.
Okay.
They're getting ready to go down to the adoption place. We have an adoption place at Browningsville.
Okay.
Okay. You want maybe bring that with you so it doesn't blow away on you again.
All right.
Is that?
That's my mom.
Okay. That building down there, that little building, that's our leukemia cottage. We actually have about 18 leukemia cats that we take care of. They're separated from everybody else. It's something that has to be separate. We find homes for them. People who have another leukemia cat, or people that don't have a cat, they just fall in love with a leukemia cat, knowing that they may have a shorter lifespan. But we don't never put them down. And their time is due. And that's our property goes all the way down. The next door neighbor owns the kennels.
Okay.
I taught at a school where I had lots of woolies. In Penargo, all sorts of woolies. But
All right, thank you.
this is the building we refer to as the barn. It's the main building, the main facility. Now you might want to take some of this stuff with you, Andrew.
Okay.
Just to explain some of the things we really try to do with the public. This is our big thing. Okay, it's a Save a Stray program. You take that with you.
Okay.
Okay, you can take anything else that you see. And, this is kind of the other groups that are around and stuff like that.
Okay.
So anything you want to take, you're welcome to take. This is the main building. This room in here is our surgery room. And actually, sometimes it's an overflow type thing. This is a little kitten this week that we found somebody had found hanging off a fence, like up there at our dogs, and it actually has its back leg amputated.
Mm.
Okay, so she's a sweetheart. This little girl came from the Beltsville Dam area. She had 3 botworms, if you know what they are. Botworms are worms that come into the system and actually eat their way out of the system. But these two guys, that's kind of the little things you would talk about. What we do special, it's kind of things like that. We try to help people bring them to us and so forth. That little girl and that guy up in that cage, they were dropped off the end of our road this week in carriers. We would just drop them off, leave them there. And then so we wind up, taking them in here. But, so this is our surgery room. We do spay neuters every Tuesday.
Okay.
Eddie's totally blind. He's on in the cornfield up here. And he gets around pretty well. He finds his way to the food. These are some of the things you see that we get donated to. You can see our food supply. Okay, that's a part of it. And then over behind you see linens and stuff like that. We get in carriers and things like that. Okay.
So, what would you say is your main need for donations? Is it financial?
Well, it's always financial.
Okay.
That's always the case, okay? Take this newsletter with you, too. Take that one. We can take both of them. There's 2 copies back to back, okay?
Okay.
And then, Edward, what's up? This room in here, this little girl was sitting around 22. She had 3 broken pelvic bones. So she's just come around. It's very good. This is our cleaning area. That tub is used to clean litter boxes, so we don't bend over all the time and stuff like that. But you can see the cleaning supplies. Paper towels are always big with us and things like that. And then these guys in this area are pretty much permanent residents for various reasons. They have an outside run. They're out there. It's fenced in. And a lot of these guys have had different issues in homes. Some of them have been peers in homes. So they've been, banished, and you don't really want to put them down because they're too young. And this is we're calling this our timeout room. If those 2 guys in there right now, if they misbehave, they can put it here. Just like a school, That one of our volunteers made for us. And these rooms are pretty much the same. These guys are like getting up now. They're kind of sleeping and napping because they've been fed and cleaned. This place gets cleaned every day by volunteers. The floors get scrubbed, the litter box gets scrubbed. They change linens and stuff like that. You can see our litter supply. Here. And these guys here now are in this room because they have had urinary tract issues, so they're on special food.
Okay.
But they're all friendly. People love this one. The kids love to come in here because these guys all want to be petted all the time and stuff. So. And they have their little outside run. They go in, and they just have a good time. But things, all this stuff gets cleaned. This guy's a little scary. He just paid. It was a return. And our policy is if they adopt them, they can't take care of them. We're getting a lot of returns now from people who can't afford to keep them, which is with cats should not be an issue because there's so many things that are out there with cats. But yeah, so it's like I said, you see across the way where the feeding guys are.
So is this like you own this?
The organization does. There's no individual.
So like the building is organization owned.
All the property, everything.
Okay.
Yeah, not privately owned. Like I said, it's all taken care of by donations and by fundraising. Like I said, we fundraise every day. These 2 guys here are brothers, and they came back to us from a woman who had them 9 years ago and never took them to a vet. And when they came back, because we always require people to at least take them to a vet and get it established, and somehow they got out of the system. We either lied to people, but they came back. We always retest them, see if there's anything going on. They both wound up being severely diabetic. So they get insulin twice a day now. So, right, Yeller, he's the boss. He was one of the first guys here. He's about 15 years old now. Say Yell. But that's pretty much here. Then there is more in the house and things like that. But this is the primary area down here.
So are these guys up for adoption?
These guys can go to adoption, but they have to have special food because of their urinary tract issues. The ones that you looked in that window where we were sitting. Those are the primary ones. In fact, they're probably getting ready now to start loading them up. And they take them to Bryansville where we have an adoption center. And then they just load them up and take them down there. And then we have others in the basement. Those are where a lot of times we'll take the ones that come back, put them there for the time being until they get adjusted to come in here and stuff like that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I appreciate this.
No, sure, no problem. I'm glad to have you come over, you know. Now, do you play sports or anything, Andrew, yourself?
Yeah, I play football.
Do you?